Hello and welcome to the 40th anniversary of the RS Owners National Day here at Donington Park. I'm Dan Woodrow, and with me today is Mike Richards.
Thanks, Dan. This year's show is really important for the RS Owners Club after the event last year was cancelled. This year also celebrates more anniversaries with the 45th anniversary of the Mark II Escort RS 2000.
It's also the 35th anniversary of the Mark IV Escort RS Turbo Series 2 and the Sierra RS Cosworth.
We also have the 30th anniversary of the Escort Mark V RS 2000 and the 5th anniversary of the Mark III Focus RS. You have an RS 2000, don't you, Dan?
I do, Mike. Sadly, it's not here today. It's having a small amount of bodywork repaired on it. Should we see what else we've got coming up on the show for everyone? You're going to go and find some owners to talk to, aren't you, Mike?
Yeah. Join me later in the programme to find out who I've been speaking to.
Let's start the show with some track action.
So I've been out and I've found an owner of an absolutely beautiful Escort RS Cosworth. So tell us a little bit about your car.
I bought it in 2010, World Cup year, and I've obviously had it ever since.
So how much have you done to it in the, 11 years that you've had it?
I probably won't remember how much I've done to it, but it's had bits of paintwork done.
Right.
The aerofoil, front bonnet, stone chips, front bumper,
Yep.
Same thing.
Yeah, so it's all just refreshed now.
Yeah.
It does look nice up there. There's some aftermarket stuff on it as well. Did you do that to it?
No, it was like when I bought it. I've added to the shiny bits on under the bonnet,
Right, okay.
cam belt cover, stuff like that.
Are you going to do anything else with it that you're thinking of?
I haven't got anything planned at the moment, but no doubt it will probably
When
have
something inspires you.
a bit more carbon, I
Right.
think.
Yeah, because the front end's carbon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I did notice that.
I might get a friend of mine wraps cars for a living. He's brilliant at car wraps. I had a word with him about doing my mirrors because they could do repainting really.
Just to freshen it up.
Yeah, but I thought carbon wrap instead.
So on this, and what tell us about the engine? Because obviously these are known for what they are. You know, it's not just something that we look at. It's the whole package with an Escort Cosworth.
Yeah, basically, Graham Good did a car that he's still got, I believe, red. I think it's car 64. They remap it to 335 brake, and it's got everything the same as that car, really.
Well, it's absolutely beautiful car, and I really do love it. It's great to meet you, Dave. Thank you very much for talking to us today.
No problem at all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi Clayton, thanks for joining us. You're the founder of the Focus RS Owners Club out once.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about your group?
Yeah, we've club's been running 5 years now, just 5.5 years. I've been following the Mark 1 Focus RS for 18 years, well, when there was new, and basically follow the build numbers. And then we've just got a good club running. Everybody loves it. We're set on a good display. Yes, got a good turnout. 20 cars today.
Excellent. How many members have you got in the group?
400. There's about 410 members of the club.
And how do you do your club? Is it on the internet or is it over like a newsletter or?
We've got a forum. There's a forum based for the club. It's all aimed for members only. We have a lot of benefits for the members. Members only, that is. And we do some Facebook as well, so we do get a lot of members coming through from Facebook. We promote it on there a lot.
Do you do a lot of shows throughout the year?
Yeah, do a lot of shows. Probably done about 6 this year. Have a great turnout. Most shows, Ford Fair we did recently. 18 cars, we've got 20 today. So yeah, really good.
Fantastic. So how do people get in contact with you?
A lot through Facebook and recommendations to the club. Yeah, mainly Facebook.
Perfect. Thanks so much for joining us.
No problem.
I'm joined on stage here by Paul and by Ben. Ben, you've recently joined the RS Owners Club. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, so I've been in the club for a couple of years, and then followed a conversation I had with Paul, ended up becoming part of the committee, and now I'm responsible for media and marketing for the club.
Excellent. What have you done with the show? What's your role been for the show?
Organising a lot of the passes for the media teams being here today, yourselves included, and generally the marketing of the event, including all content to promote the event as well.
Excellent. Paul, you've been a chairman for a few years now. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so I've been chairman now for 5 years. It's been an enjoyable time. I've just taken over the role of National Day Coordinator to go on top of the chairman, so just adding to my workload. But I tell you what, we've enjoyed it. We've added a new dimension to the show, some new entertainment, made it a little bit more family friendly, a bit more fun involved with it as well. But again, like all shows, it takes a great team behind me.
How do you think the show's going so far?
I think it's going great. We had great admissions this morning, running up to lunchtime. Looking forward to the Hoosiers later on today at 2. We've got the BMXs that are due to set up and start displaying soon as well. And the Dodgems have only just started up as well.
Excellent. Excellent. Thanks for joining me, guys. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Hope you've all enjoyed part 1. Join me after the break for more show action.
RH Insurance. Zero policy administration fees. Complimentary return of cherished salvage for all vehicles over 20 years of age. Complimentary cover for RS Owners Club organised track days. Complimentary UK European breakdown recovery including home start. Go to rhspecialistinsurance.co.uk and follow us on Facebook.
You get the experience from doing an apprenticeship, so you get to actually experience what it's like working in a real work environment, as well as getting the skills as well.
Fast track your creative career by visiting www.b2wgroup.com/digital bitesize.
The best family event in Yorkshire is back. From the 24th to the 26th of June, the Yorkshire Motorsport Festival will be back with even more vintage stock, rally and supercar displays than ever before. Shopping villages and artisan foods can be found at this truly one-of-a-kind family festival. Keep an eye out for more details and hope to see you there.
When it comes to car care and car paint protection, Superguard has been number one in the UK for over 30 years. With a huge array of interior and exterior products, here at Superguard we're guaranteed to have you covered, cleaned and protected. For everything you will ever need to keep your car show shiny, come and see us at www.superguardshop.co.uk.
So I'm here with Terry, who owns this absolutely lovely Ford Escort RS Cosworth.
Thanks for joining us, Phil, on the RS Owners programme. Can you tell us a bit about your group?
I bought it 7 years ago and I've sort of like chipped away at it to get it up to the standard that it is now.
Welcome back to part 2. So I'm here with Terry, who owns this absolutely lovely Ford Escort RS Cosworth. So,
correct.
It's probably the best colour, let's be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
You would say that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I went looking for one this colour.
You actually went out to find a blue one?
Absolutely, yes.
And it's Imperial blue?
It's Imperial blue. That's the actual colour of it, yes.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah.
So what made you want a blue one?
I guess it's association with Ford.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So how long have you had it now then?
17 years.
17 years?
Yeah, 2004 I bought it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you went out purposely looking for one exactly like this?
Yeah, it took me about 4 months to find one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was there many to choose from at the time you got it?
Not many.
Not many out there?
And I looked at 3 of them. This is the 3rd one I looked at.
Right.
And 10 seconds after seeing the front of it come out the garage, I said, that's my car.
And that's it?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That's impressive.
I actually bought it from a guy who was a member of the RS Owners Club. So I knew the car had been well looked after.
Right, fair enough.
So, which is what I was looking for. You know, the car being pampered. His garage was covered in carpet. Even
That's
the
the
walls,
best kind of place
even
to
the
buy a
walls,
car.
yeah. So you knew you were onto a good thing.
So in the 17 years that you've had it, what have you done with it?
Just trying to keep it original, keep it standard. Other than the stainless steel exhaust system on it, the whole car's original.
But other than that, it's factory and it's how
all
it came
factory,
out.
yeah. And it's just trying to keep it standard and trying to find original parts for it. It's the hardest thing ever.
In the best condition.
And the older the car gets, the harder the parts are to find.
Right.
You know, trying to find genuine Ford motorcraft parts for it. And they're becoming more and more expensive.
Yeah, I guess it's not the kind of thing you can just go out and find every single day for.
No, I can't even buy a clutch for it anymore from Ford.
You can't buy a clutch?
I can't even buy a motorcraft clutch for it no more, no.
Wow.
So, and things like especially interior parts are just so rare, you know. So yeah, it's a full-time job, just trying to find parts for it, just to keep it on the road.
Fantastic.
I mean, you can buy aftermarket parts on it, but it's not really my thing.
No, I get that. Yeah, I can tell. After 17 years of keeping it this way, I get that. Yeah. So, tell us about the Bedfordshire Club then.
Well, I've been a member of the group for about 20 years now.
Right.
I believe the group's been running since about the mid-1990s.
Wow.
So, but we've had the same chairman now, and I'm the treasurer, and I organise the events for the group.
So, are you responsible for today then, on your club stand?
For organising these, yes.
I think you've done a half-decent job of it.
It's hard work.
Yeah, I can imagine. No, definitely. And then worrying about your own...
getting the tickets together, and meeting up to get to these events, and So yeah, it does take. Normally we have our own gazebo,
right?
But our van's out of action, so because we've got a support van as well, so we carry all the equipment around to the different shows up and down the country.
Right.
So, but we attend a lot of Ford shows and other non-Ford shows, classic car shows. We probably do about 10 to 12 shows a year.
Wow.
Normally. So it takes us all over the place.
Fair enough. Yeah, well, last year's show was cancelled here, wasn't it? So
I don't think we did one show last year. Wow. I didn't think we did anything at all.
I think you're not the only one, though, in fairness.
No, I think yes, yeah, quite agree.
Well, we're here today, and that's the main thing. Well, it's been fabulous to speak to you, Sarah.
Thank you very much.
I absolutely love your car, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us, Phil, on the RS Owners programme. Can you tell us a bit about your group?
Yeah, it's the Sussex local group, part of obviously the national RSOC. We've been established now for 2 years, just over, and we've got sort of about 20 regular members, but sometimes up to about 70 people coming to our local meets, which are carried out every Wednesday in each month.
Fantastic. And what kind of variety of cars have you got? Obviously we can see a difference of generation here, but have you got anything from either end of the spectrum?
Yeah, so like today we've got Bob's RS2000, which I think is a 1978, so it's as old as me, right the way up to the newest, which is Ben's Red Edition behind us here, which I think is 2 years old, and everything from standard to heavily modified.
I noticed we've got the RS Cosworth from our intro and from the adverts.
Yeah.
Who owns that one?
So that's Colin Knight. He's part of the committee. I think he's owned that for many years, 18 years, something like that. It's very mildly tuned, but incredibly well looked after.
What would you say to anyone that wants to come and join your group?
I'd say you're very welcome. You don't have to have an RS to come and be part of it. Anything that's Ford is always welcome to be part of it. It's a really friendly group, and we'd be happy to have them.
And how do we go, or how do they go about getting involved?
Yeah, so you can find us on Facebook, and you can find us on Instagram. On Instagram, I think we're the official _Sussex_ group, and obviously Facebook, Sussex RS Owners Club. You can also find us through the our main RS Owners Club website directory. And if they want to get in contact with us via email or whichever way they choose, and we can give them all the details of when they're coming and where they're going to be, and
excellent,
be more than welcome.
Thanks for joining us.
I've been looking a little bit around your car, Jimmy, and am I right in thinking it's not an RS 500?
It's not. It's a replica.
Right.
Yeah. It's actually a white car underneath.
Right.
And I bought it 7 years ago, and I've sort of like chipped away at it to get it up to the standard that it is now.
Right. Okay. So when you got it, was it just a plain white standard car?
It's a plain white one, like the one in the background there.
Yeah.
But it had some extensive modifications under the bonnet.
Right. Okay.
So power's been upped on it. It's got a map on it, intercooler, the usual bits and touches and that on it. I've basically done the cosmetics, the interior, wheels, brakes, and and had it wrapped.
So you've definitely made it your own then?
Yeah,
100%.
Definitely made it my own car. Yeah, 100%.
Nice.
And it's it's got a few unique bits on it. That interior is pretty rare. That wasn't an option in the UK, it was only a European option.
Was it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. And I drove from Heathrow to Stuttgart to get that interior. So, it's, a few bits and bobs on it that if you look inside it, it's got like an all black stereo in it. All of the trim inside is 500. So, yeah, it's a unique car. I like to think it is anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's yours, and you 7 years into it now? So.
7 years into it now, and I'm still smitten with the car. Every time I use it sparingly. Every time I get in it puts a smile on my face, and
that's all that matters.
It's just a special car,
that's
know what I mean?
That matters.
Yeah.
So now you've got to this point with it, and it looks like it does. What's next?
Not really a lot really with it now. I wouldn't mind one of these days to strip it down and paint it gloss black underneath and then re-wrap it.
Right.
That's probably the next thing that I'm going to do with it now. Maybe a bit of underbody resto work on it to bring the underneath light so it looks absolutely immaculate.
Well, I think personally, when I walked up on it, I couldn't tell that it was an RS 500. So I was quite impressed with the car overall. I like it.
Oh, nice one, thank you. Yeah, it does throw a lot of people, and I'm always honest with people.
Yeah.
People say to me, "Is it a real one?" No, it's not. And the keen eye will spot that it's not. If you look through the door shuts and that, you can see it's a white car underneath. But it's a pretty well-known car on the circuit. I'm quite a well-known figure, so yeah, all good.
Well, thank you very much
Lovely,
for talking
mate.
to us, Jim.
Lovely, no,
it's
pleasure.
great to meet
Thank you. Yeah, likewise.
And nice to see you guys.
We move next to see the showpiece of the event, the well-supported parade laps, which this year featured the Escort Mark II RS 2000 and a number of Mark IV Escort Series 2 RSs. They both took to the track alongside a large group of Mark III Focus RSs. A truly amazing lineup which looked even more impressive from the stands and the grass banks. finally, let's take a look at some of the trophy winners.
It's been a great show here at Donington Park for this year's 40th anniversary. I'd just like to say thanks to the management for having us. Mike, what's your show highlight?
I think my show highlight definitely has to be the parade laps. Yeah. What about yours?
I think mine was the quality of car here and also the Mark II Escorts.
Yeah. I'd like to add as well, thank you very much to the organisers for putting this whole thing together, because over the last year or so, as everybody knows, it's not been great and we obviously missed out last year. So, yeah, thank you.
So yeah, thanks to everyone that came to the event and everyone that's watching this programme. See you again next year.